kid who stole $230 million, if I'm not wrong. Is that billion or million? I can't tell, but that's a lot of money.
Oh my god! $243 million!
Oh, that's a million. That is a crazy LARP picture, dog. This is probably the kid that stole it, but like, bro, holy LARP, bro. I would use this, bro. This is a crazy LARP. 1 Cuban, littler Cuban, a Richard Mill, 1 ring, 2 ring, 3 ring, 4 ring, and this one probably a Chrome Heart ring. Sure. He holding a straight 1 still though, despite that 240 million, huh?
It's the 19th of August, 2024.
You think people, you guys actually think people get away with stealing this much amount of money still till
young
this day?
adults carried out
I don't
one of
know.
the largest crypto heists ever recorded. 20-year-old Malone Lam, 18-year-old Vir Chatal, 21-year-old Jandiel Serrano, Danish Khan, and Chen. These kids targeted a single Genesis creditor who had no idea they were about to lose a staggering $230 million worth of Bitcoin. But how did they pull it off? Were they expert hackers with advanced coding skills?
Yo, I could understand, but this narrator is actually about to fuck me over, dog. I'm actually not liking this narrator at all. Is there like captions? Subtitle English, cool.
Well, it was much simpler than it seems. These cameras did something.
I'm just kidding. I'm not that dumb, bro. I'm tough as hell.
Into basic human nature.
2 times speed. Do y'all have no patience? You TikTok brain ass little boys, bro.
From Google support.
Damn.
But this call wasn't from Google at all. Using a spoof number, Vir Chatal, also known as Wiz, convinced the victim that their personal accounts had been compromised. With this false sense of urgency, he gained access to
he
the
let the
victim's
Indian person
Gmail
do
and
it.
iCloud,
Nice.
where he gathered key security information.
Probably hit right, huh?
Another call
Probably
followed,
did get the scam
this
off
time
then.
from Jandiel Serrano, aka Box, claiming to be a representative from Gemini.
So did this Box dude ever get caught? Because it seems like they don't have pictures for him.
Believing their account was under attack. Under pressure and convinced they needed to act fast, the victim reset their 2-factor authentication settings, giving the thieves the access they needed to take control of the Gemini account.
What
quickly
an
sending funds to a
idiot!
compromised wallet. The situation was spiraling, but the victim had no idea. When he was asked to use any
No, these people are actual idiots, bro. I don't care.
It seemed like another step in securing their assets, but in reality, it was the final blow. As the victim unknowingly shared the screen, the private keys to their Bitcoin wallet were exposed, and in just a few clicks, the digital fortune was transferred into the hands of the thieves.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
No way. No f***ing way.
I see it. It's on the blockchain. It's on the blockchain.
Holy spam!
No way.
My god! Oh my god!
In a private video, they recorded the live reactions to the successful transfer of 4,064 bitcoins valued at over $230 million.
That was just insane. Why does that dude even have that much Bitcoin in the first place, dog?
How did they manage to pull off such a heist? How could someone with that much wealth be deceived?
Can you
so
sell
easily?
Bitcoin? You
And
can,
why
right?
will they record themselves in
But
the
how
act
long
of
does it take to
committing
get
such
into
a
the
massive
bank?
crime? These are questions that might never be fully answered. But one thing was clear: the money was now in the hands of the criminals.
4,000
and
Bitcoin
they
is
knew the work wasn't done yet.
2,330 million,
Exactly
bro?
17 minutes after,
Imagine
they
buying
quickly
Bitcoin when
set
it's like
about
the
wanting
down
the
is
money.
down.
To make it harder for authorities to track the stolen crypto, they split the Bitcoin into smaller amounts and transferred it across 15 different exchanges. A common
Damn!
tactic known as pill chains. The idea was to break the large transactions into smaller ones, making them harder.
I wonder
to
how that
trace.
dude feels.
Bitcoin was
230
swapped for
million?
Litecoin.
Oh my god, I would actually
Litecoin was
cry.
swapped for Ethereum, and Ethereum was swapped for Monero. The process took several days, with constant swapping between different currencies and exchanges, further obscuring the trail.
Go to the top right, the settings bar. Settings. No,
Is that
not
XQC in the background?
Swap settings.
Yo, XQC, are you part of this?
Set custom recipient. No, bro. What the hell? Do 998.
Alright, bro, you're so horrible.
You can't.
Bro, I'm clearly f***ing busy, Caleb. Planning a heist.
Soon enough, all the stolen money was now clean money, ready to be spent, and the criminals didn't hold back. The day before the heist even took place, they were already planning on how to spend their fortune, sharing links with each other on Telegram
LV.
of expensive luxury clothes they wanted to purchase, from brands like Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, and Philippe Plein. While most
Oh
of the
my
crew chose to play
God.
it safe, keeping a low profile and resisting the temptation to splurge, one man couldn't help but stand out. His name? Malone Lam.
Oh my god, hey, he ruined everything, huh? That's kind of hard though. I ain't gonna
Malone
lie.
was
That's
based in
kind of
LA,
bad,
and the
bro.
moment he got his hands on the money, he wasted no time diving headfirst into a luxurious lifestyle. Everything he had once watched wealthy people enjoy was now within his reach, ready to become his new reality. Nightclubs became his second home. Almost every night, he hit a club, spending ridiculous amounts of money on VIP sections and bottle services. His bar
Jesus,
tabs were
bro.
unbelievable. Some nights costing $265,000,
What?
$300,000, and even more than $500,000 in a single night.
Hell
If you were in one of those
no.
clubs, you couldn't miss him.
That is crazy. How much do you need to spend on a table, bro?
His name will be flashing on signs, and DJs will shout his name, giving him all the attention.
Welcome home alone. They just $100,000 in bottles right now. Jesus, Malone, this is next level.
Crazy, bro.
He quickly became
They on his
everyone's
dick, but he
favorite,
paying him
because
hundreds of
whenever he
Ks,
was
bro.
around, everyone got to drink for free. He threw around cash like it was nothing, and one time he even handed a DJ a massive 6-liter bottle of Golden Ace of Spades champagne, which could cost anywhere from
Nah, that's
$25,000 to
tough. I want to know that's
$60,000.
trim. That's
Another
that we
time,
do,
he tipped the
bro.
DJ $2,000 and had all the unopened bottles in the club sent straight to his house.
Oh my God.
$2,000. When I tell you the amount of bottles he sent me that I took home, brand new.
Holy
from
hell.
overseas, brand new.
But as fun as LA was, it still didn't feel like enough. He craved more attention, more luxury, more extravagance. So what did he do? He chartered a private jet to Miami. There, he took his spending to a whole new level. In Miami, Malone settled in a waterfront mansion. This place
Insane.
wasn't just any house. It was
Wow.
a $10.5 million estate. With
Wait, what do you tell the people when you just tell them that you do crypto?
$62,000 a month.
Like, I don't
rental price
understand.
tag.
Is that what
This
you tell them?
mansion was massive, covering over 8,500 square feet with 25
And also,
feet
since they split it 5 ways, hold on. 230 million split 5 ways. Let's see if that news even comes up. 46 million each. Okay, he needs to take care of his money properly. Jesus, bro. Holy cheeser, bro.
ceilings, 10 bedrooms, and a huge pool with a jacuzzi. It had 2 big
Yeah, I
front
know
gates
how many
and a
millions it
garage
is, but
with
if
a
he's spending
spacious
hundreds of
driveway
K
that was
each
level
night,
filled
bro,
with
no, his
expensive
money's gonna be
supercars
gone
and
in no
luxury
time.
vehicles. Malone bought a black Mansory SF90, a white Lamborghini Urus,
Ugh,
a fully kitted
that's
out
crazy,
white
bro.
Mansory Lamborghini Urus with baby blue interior, a matte black Lamborghini Revuelto, the new Porsche 911 GT3 RS,
Holy
the new Ferrari
oh
S
my
black,
God.
2 Mercedes-Benz G-Class, 1 in grey, 1 wrapped with matte black.
Alright, bro,
camo,
he's gonna go
one
broke.
Matte black and pink Rolls-Royce Dawn. a
Actually,
blue
no, he's not. He's just
BMW
gonna sell
M4,
everything,
another
bro.
Lamborghini Revuelto in matte grey, a blue Lamborghini Urus, an all-white wide-body.
But he ended up
Lamborghini
getting
Aventador
everybody
SVJ
caught,
with
right?
Malone's
Nice.
name
What a
written on the bottom
loser,
of the
bro.
door. A matte
I would
black
actually
Ferrari
be pissed
Tour
if somebody
Superfast,
like this
another
got me
Lamborghini
caught, bro.
Aventador SVJ in blue, a pink Urus, which Malone originally bought as a gift for his ex-girlfriend to try to get her back, but got rejected again.
Oh. I am taken once again. I don't care. So you get offered a pink Urus. Are you leaving your mans for this? I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't even be mad. I would tell him to take it, and I'd tell him to come right
A
back.
fully black
Shit, I
carbon
ain't
fighter
gonna
McLaren
lie.
765
I want part of that
and
Urus.
and many,
I want part of that
many,
Urus, man.
Many more cars. If you didn't realize it by now, Malone
Why
was
do
always
we-
rolling with fashion. He rocked high-end designer pieces like Louis Vuitton and Givenchy. His style was expensive, with the most expensive piece of clothing being the Moncler Maya 70 by Paul Manges jacket, which alone cost $50,000 or more. But after all this wasted money on clubs and cars, Malone finally decided to invest his money in timeless pieces that would hold their value over time, like his
Okay.
Cuban link chain bracelets
Oh
filled
my
with diamonds,
God,
a Richard
bro.
Mille covered in diamonds,
Woo!
and a diamond ring.
I know,
for
I
each
ain't gonna lie,
one of
nah,
his
that
fingers.
Richie's-
One
that
Richard
Richie's
Mille
hard.
wasn't enough, of course, so he bought multiple.
Alright, he's gonna
Even
end up
his
going
glasses
broke
had
so
diamonds.
quickly,
Yo,
bro.
don't take no video.
Malone wasn't just a millionaire obsessed with himself. He had a generous side, often using his wealth.
Everybody
to
else
give
that
back
lay
to others
low
in
was,
need.
like,
He
smart,
bought 5
dog.
Birkin bags. He gave them away to random girls at the club. One of these lucky
Crazy,
ladies was a model named
bro.
Olivia Allen.
Guys, I can't even make this up when I say that I just woke up to a Birkin in my bedroom because a man gave it to me in the club last night.
He fought you, man.
This is your
He
sign of
fought
goat
you for it,
loving.
dog.
Another
he fought
lucky
you
lady
for
who
it,
got a
dog.
Birkin bag
Fought
was
you for it,
famous
dog.
TikTok star Sky
Sky
Bree.
Bree, he
Me and
fought
my
you
two
for it,
girlfriends
dog.
walk over
He
to the
fought you for it,
section,
dog.
and this kid, I'm gonna refer to him as like a kid. I mean, he was definitely over the age of 18. He looked pretty young. He comes towards me and he's like, I got this for you.
She ended up saying she didn't like it.
It's beautiful, but to be honest, it's not really my style.
While Malone was busy
Ungrateful piece of porn star shit, gang. 28,000, you won't say it's not my style. Oh, gang. Yep. Your face is mad punchable, gang. Your face is mad punchable. 28 1,000. That's not a little amount, dog. I would even be happy to see 1,000 in my face go flying, gang. Even $500, even $100. And you saying $28,000? I'm sorry that you probably made, like, I seen her talk on the Drewski shit. She was saying that she made $40 million in a year. What's wrong with bitches, bro? They be getting spoiled like this, bro.
Beautiful, but to be honest, it's not really my style.
No, we don't call women bitches, by the way, but this is a bitch, gang.
While Malone was busy making his name known, flaunting his wealth at every turn, he was also drawing the wrong kind of attention. His outrageous spending, paired with his desire to be noticed, made it easier for authorities and blockchain experts to track him down. Investigators, including prominent figures like Zach XPT, were closely watching the flow of the stolen funds, tracing each move as he splurged on cars, clubs, and luxury items. The more he spent, the more obvious it became that his newfound fortune was linked to the heist, and soon enough, the walls started closing in.
I mean, yeah, you don't buy like 500,000 different things that are all each like $1 million
Malone thought he
in
was
one sitting,
untouchable,
bro.
but behind the scenes, law enforcement and experts like
Hopefully he
Zach
spent all the money
were
before going to
already
jail. I
connecting
mean,
dots. Through his
at least
flashy spending,
his portion of the money.
investigators tracked large transactions linked to the stolen Bitcoin using
Remember, we calculated it takes 45 million. He spent 41 million
his
already.
flashy
Watch,
spending.
look.
Investigators
Received 41 million.
tracked large
Like, I
transactions
actually
linked
just
to the
don't
stolen
understand, bro.
Bitcoin,
He's actually
using
gonna go broke.
blockchain analysis to map out the movement of funds. What's more, both Box and Wiz slipped up during the process of laundering the funds. On several occasions, they accidentally leaked the stolen funds with their personal assets. Wiz, for example, also
Oh
leaked
my
his full name during a
God.
screen recording, while Box reused deposit addresses,
Crazy.
making it easier to trace the funds back to them. These mistakes, combined with recorded conversations and digital footprints, painted a clear picture of the criminal's activities. By mid-September 2024, the FBI and other authorities had gathered enough evidence to act. On the 19th of September,
Macro, what's your top 3 favorite dipping sauces of all time? Gotta go garlic sauce. Damn, I don't really dips it. Okay, garlic sauce. I gotta go McDonald's spicy buffalo sauce and peri peri sauce, because those two taste the same, bro. Gotta go with those, gang. If it's not those, don't give it to me. If it's not those, don't give it to me.
where
Got
he
shot?
was arrested, surrounded by all the luxuries he had bought with a stolen fortune.
We hear boom, and we thought that was shooting, and then they
Is that his mom? Wait, is this mom in his crypto life scam, dog? Like, what's going on?
and we saw a lot of police.
What's your top favorite sauces? What's your top 3?
This was something that never happened in this neighborhood. Most of the time was a lot of party. It was party because I can hear from my house the music.
It was a stark contrast. Malone, who had lived like a king for just a short while, was now being led away in handcuffs. Contrast.
Hold on.
Malone, who had lived like a
I
king
thought it was
for
Scott
just
Baker for a
short
second. I was about to say,
while,
why
was
you
now
just calling him
being
a
led
kid?
away in handcuffs. Authorities
Fuck.
were able to freeze over $9 million in stolen funds.
So he probably spent the rest of it. That was his portion, right? Because if they only saving 9 million, oh my
With
god, Jesus.
$500,000 already returned to the victim. However, a significant
If I'm the victim, gang, the feds are catching some hands. The feds are catching some hands. What do you mean? You gave me back 500K. You got more than 9 million that was frozen. You sent me back 500K, and I lost 240 million. What do I look like as a person to lose 240 million? And you're like, as the feds, you keep 9 million of it, and you're like, hey, I'll give you 500,000. Be happy. The victim's dumb as hell, yes, I know, but dog, the feds, they gotta go, dog. I'm dead ass, bro. This shit would actually piss me off.
in
if I'm
stolen
not even
funds,
trolling,
with
bro.
$500,000 already returned
$500,000
However, a
returned. Yeah,
significant
bro, just
portion
keep
of
the
stolen
change.
money
Just keep the
remains
dogs,
in
dog.
cryptocurrency wallet.
Yes, serious,
At the
bro.
time of making this video, $21 million linked to Box is still sitting in one wallet, while Virtual
Oh my
Tao, also known as
God.
Wiz, has around $39 million tied up to his account. Additionally, $4 million of Malone's funds
is
remain
a
untouched in
lot.
another wallet. But what happened to everything else he bought? The cars, the clubs, the private jets, and all the flashy stuff. See, when a criminal buys luxury items, like cars, with stolen money and later gets arrested, the government steps in and seizes those assets through a process called asset forfeiture. This allows law enforcement to take control of anything purchased with illegally obtained funds, such as
Oh,
cars,
I'd be
houses,
so
or
pissed.
expensive
I
jewelry.
would be so
Once these
pissed.
assets are seized, they are usually put up for auction. In many cases,
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
dealerships
I did
and
hear about
buyers,
that.
including the same dealer who originally sold the cars, can purchase them again, often at a lower price than they were initially sold for. The money made from these auctions then is used in a couple of ways. A portion of it will go toward compensating the victims of the crime, helping
Okay.
to recover some of the stolen funds, while another portion could be used to cover the cost
Wait,
of
wait.
investigation.
So they don't give anything back to the actual victim. but they only give a very slight portion. And the feds keep everything else. Nice, bro. Wow, the government works.
And legal
is so
proceedings.
nice,
If
bro.
the victim is lucky, he can get 50 to 65% back after the
It's not
auction
bad,
and
but I mean,
administrative
dog,
fees.
that
The cut
quite
the
literally means that you
investigators
just
will
lost
get. However,
like
in Malone's
100
case,
plus
3 of the
million.
cars he purchased, the Mandarin Lamborghini Urus, the Lamborghini Revuelto, and the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, were later transported to LA following his arrest. These cars were spotted by EFF Spot, a popular YouTuber who is known for his rare and expensive car spotting videos.
He
In
took
this
them.
particular
He's like,
video,
"Ah, give me
both
them
the
bitches,
Revuelto
dog.
and the Porsche
Yeah, give me
appeared
them
with
bitches."
noticeable damage. The Revuelto had significant front-end damage, while the
Holy!
Porsche was basically in the rear.
This dude
So
can't
this
drive
means
at
the
all.
Revuelto had likely rear-ended the Porsche. This kind of damage will undoubtedly decrease the value of these cars when they go to auction, significantly reducing the amount the victim could recover. The same process will apply to the clothes, jewelry, watches, and designer glasses that Malone purchased. These luxury items are likely to be seized by authorities and auctioned off as part of the asset recovery process.
The
High-end
Richies,
watches, such as his
though.
Richard Mille pieces, are particularly valuable and could bring in significant
That looks
amounts
so
at
nice
auction.
on a
While
hand.
designer clothes typically depreciate in value, Malone's expensive pieces will still hold enough worth to help recover the funds for the victim. As for the wallet spending in clubs, that money is pretty much gone. When you blow
Imagine he
$500
just gave it out to
on a
people
single
before he
night
got
on
arrested,
bottle
though, like,
services
the
and
rest of the
VIP
money.
sections, the clubs aren't held
But, like,
responsible
doesn't
for
know where
giving
it
it
went.
back, especially if they had no clue the money was stolen. Same goes for the private jets. Those jet companies provided a legitimate service, so the money Malone spent on his flights is long gone. In conclusion, while most of the big ticket items can be seized and auctioned, much of what Malone
that a
spent on
Brabus?
services like clubs and private jets
Brabus
is lost for
G-Wagon?
good.
It's
This
pretty
story
tough.
isn't just about a major heist or the luxurious lifestyle Malone enjoyed for a brief moment. It's a lesson in greed.
Wait, so what
the
happened to
dangers
the
of
other
showing
guys?
off
I'm actually
wealth that
confused. So
wasn't
what happened to
earned,
the
and how
others?
quickly everything can come crashing down. Despite all the money spent, the nights out, and the flashy purchases, Malone's dream life was built on stolen funds, and it was only a matter of time before it fell apart. Authorities might recover some of the stolen money, but the damage done to the victim and the recklessness of Malone's spending spree are a reminder of how easily things can slip away. For Malone and his friends, what started as a wild ride of lavishness ended in arrests and their names tied to one of the biggest crypto crimes in history. In
So
the
the
end,
others got
this
caught?
heist showed us that no matter how clever the crime or how big the payout, the law always catches up, and the price they paid was far greater than the
Rice,
short-lived
wait, no, he
luxury
fake do
they
look like
enjoyed.
Rice Gum. I'm not even trolling, like, with different hair, though. He that ass look like Rice Gum with different hair. But W Video, whose channel is this? Wait, whose channel? Kaser, W channel, and W Video, dog. W Video, dog.